You know what, man? There's something about dressing up relatively sort of nicely on a day that you're not going to the gym. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Maybe it like is a frequency booster.
Oh yeah?
Mason Margiela. Oh boy. Yeah, anyway. So back to what I was saying. Guys, welcome back to the vlog. Honestly, this might be like the second or third vlog I've ever done. But I don't think any of them had like an actual purpose. I was just vlogging a vlog. Today I actually want to talk about something that's like really important. And that's working on things that you actually care about. Because like, here's the thing. For the past like 3-4 years, I've always followed things that I was interested in and worked on things that I was actually interested in. Like, for example, I was streaming, I was doing skits, I was making like mini movies. I was doing a lot of good shit. Posting like my raw thoughts that I have been on this channel, for example. And at the end of the day, like, those are all things that I cared about, but didn't exactly see a long-term future with. And I think a lot of people are stuck in that same boat. They have all these interests and they try different shit, but for some reason, nothing clicks to work on long-term. They never find that one thing that they actually want to work on and dump all their time, effort, energy, and money into long-term. So over the course of getting a haircut, a new driver's license, and then also a client call later on today, we're going to talk about that and dive into exactly what it takes to build something really amazing. But most importantly, something you actually care about. So on the topic of building something that you actually care about, I just got a haircut, right? Just cut looks good. It's cool. It's chill. I didn't go to my regular guy. I went to a random barber shop I found on like Apple Maps. And it was just a woman working there. We had a good conversation. I was like, damn. I walked in first off. I was like, damn, like, am I going to let a woman cut my hair right now? Especially because I've been shitting on women a lot on my Instagram reels. If you're not following on Instagram, it's at @YoCarlini, same as my YouTube handle. But anyway, I walk into this barber shop, one I've never been to, strike up a conversation with the female barber. We're having a good conversation, and like, you know, we're talking. And I asked her, like, hey, like, is this your business? Is this like your building? Like, what's going on here? And she said to me that she was working as a barber, making like good money, the most out of all the other barbers in the shop at the time. She was working 6 days a week. She ended up deciding that she said, fuck this. I want to start my own barbershop. So she quit her job, opened up this barbershop 7 months ago, and she's been doing great. She's been killing it. I'm like, damn, what the hell? And I'm like, you love doing this? She goes, I absolutely love being a barber. I love cutting hair. It's awesome. It's fun. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, I'm literally making a video right now talking about how you have to do the things and build the things that you actually care about. And this woman is a spitting image of it. I mean, honestly, like, she doesn't fade too bad. It's not terrible, bro. I'm growing my hair out right now, so I just needed a quick little clean me up on the sides. But if that doesn't go to show it's possible, man, I don't know what will tell you it's possible. God bless this woman, bro. Good for her. She loves it. And that's even more further motivation for me, for you, to just wake up and pursue the things that we actually care about. She quit her job and went all in on herself. Got herself a building. She's renting it. It's fine. But she started her own business, and she's telling me she does social media on the side. She does word of mouth, and things are going well. She was slaving away 6 days a week, getting like fucking 20% of her earnings. Now she's getting 100% of her earnings. Crazy, bro. It's crazy how life like unfolds like that. It's crazy how if you pay attention close enough, you can find the secrets of the universe right in front of you. But if you're not paying attention, if you're asleep, well, shit like that'll go right over your head. So really at the end of the day, it just comes down to action, belief in yourself, and just actually doing the damn thing. All right, so we're back at the house, sitting in this call right now, because what this call was supposed to be was a coaching call. Someone DM'd me on Instagram, was looking for some help in terms of getting back in shape. And I thought they booked a call, but turns out it wasn't them. It was them. It wasn't them, they said. I don't know what the hell was going on. All I know is I opened up my calendar this morning, had a booked call, and they didn't show. Right? So I don't know what the hell happened, but this is part of it. This is part of building something that you actually care about, right? There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. You're going to get excited about one thing and think it's going to work out, but all of a sudden it doesn't. So at the end of the day, you just have to keep going, keep pushing. And if you keep a mindset revolving around abundance, growth, high energy thinking, high energy being, then you're going to be just fine. But if you let these little lows like this get to you, then you're going to be screwed. You're going to be fucked. And there's no point in that. So what we're going to do is smoke a cigar right now and get right back to work on making some modules for this course. It's about a week and a half old Rocky Patel. I have no idea if it's even going to light, but we're going to give it a shot because we have a very important topic to talk about today. And that is the fact that overthinking is killing more dreams than anything else. Overthinking happens when you're not confident in your ideas. And if you think about it, and if you think about that Barber that I was just talking to you about, she just had this confidence to her. Not only from like just talking to her, but objectively, her story, it just breeds confidence. It brings a mindset of confidence. And I think that's very impressive. But when you overthink, there's no confidence to be found. It's actually exactly why you're overthinking. Because if you're confident in your thought process and your decisions and the action that you're able to take, then there'd be no reason to not just full send it. You'd be acting on that thought immediately. And I know that because I have been the definition of that guy who has overthought every single aspect of his life. I was telling you before about how, I was doing Twitch streaming, I was doing skits, I was doing e-commerce, I was posting videos, I was doing a whole bunch of shit. High ticket sales, and I can confidently say that I would overthink every single new thing I tried or did. And that just ruins the results. Your thoughts control your actions, and your actions control your results. So if your thoughts are stained with uncertainty, with doubt, with fear, then your actions will reflect that. They'll never actually be top level 1%er type actions. Then of course, because of that, your results are gonna suck too. And it's bullshit. It's so dumb. It's like the number one way to just ruin everything you've ever built or ruin a potential amazing future. And no one wants to do that for themselves. Not one person. But that's what happens when you overthink. Your thinking is distorted. Your thinking is off. It's not actually like you. It's like some insecurity demon that takes over you. And it's just like ridiculous. But I think a big part of overcoming that is really having a clear vision of what you want. And this is where most people go wrong. They actually don't know what they want. The reason why they don't know what they want is because they're distracted. Think about how many hours in a day people are spending just scrolling on their phone. It's ridiculous. 4, 5, 6 hours. Like, let's be honest, people who are working a 9 to 5, like, dude, they're not actually working. They're doing busy work, but they're fucking scrolling at their desk. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. I don't like buy into this whole, oh my God, I work my so hard. Dude, 9 to 5 is fucking Jewish daycare, all right? We all know it. It's fine. If you're a dude working in the fucking oil fields, that's a different story. But if you're just at Enterprise Rent-A-Car like I was fucking 4 years ago, then like, dude, you're not doing shit. You're not. Like, I see through the scam, bro. I know this. Holy shit, what a catch. But since no one likes to work at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, they distract themselves with going out, taking whores on dates all the time, which really isn't the end of the world because you need game in life. But they distract themselves with sports, with movies, with TV shows, with their phones, and they never end up getting clear on what they actually want in their life. And then, of course, life passes them by, and they're just another washed-up bum who did nothing with their life. So this is where limiting distractions come in, right? And really help you eliminate that overthinking habit you have. And that's why it's very important to understand one of the most powerful quotes of all time. Thoughts create, thinking destroys. Hear me out. Thoughts are very unique because thoughts are random. They come from the universe. They come from God. For example, you're walking down the street and you get the idea or the thought to approach that hot girl that you see. That's a thought. But everything that comes after that is thinking. Oh, how does my hair look? Am I wearing nice clothes? Is she even going to be into me? That's all thinking. Thoughts create the opportunity. Thinking destroys that opportunity. And I think the same thing goes for when it comes to starting your own business or diving into, for example, a passion project, or even as simple as going up to a girl. Everyone has the thought to start doing that passion project or start working on whatever. But too many people give into the thinking that comes after that thought, and that's why their hopes and dreams, their better future ends up getting ruined. But think of the barbershop lady. She had that thought, and she acted on it. I'm sure there was thinking that happened, like, what if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I lose all my money? What if I get sued? But, she still acted on that shit. She pushed that shit to the side, and all of a sudden, after 20 years of hard work, of dreaming, of manifesting, of believing, whatever you want to call it, she has her own fucking barbershop. And she passed an amazing story on to me, and I'm now passing it on to you. Like, bro, do you see the beauty of that? So with all that being said, I think at the end of the day, you have to just keep going after what you care about the most. And I know for a fact that I want to help people, right? I think about it in terms of me. And I think I was inadvertently only trying to help myself, when in reality, like, that's not how you make money. That's not how you contribute to an amazing, beautiful life. That's not how you attract the right kind of people into your life if you're only being self-serving. And I think the most selfish thing you can do on the planet is only create something for yourself. So I went back to the drawing board and I really looked at what I wanted out of my life. I know I want to help people. Really, a long-term goal is I want to help people make more money, because that is like, dude, that is it. That is 100% it. But, I don't have that transformation to sell right now. Right now, what I can help people with the most is how to get into the best shape of your life without trying. Because I don't try at all, and I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my entire fucking life. It's literally like a Thursday right now at like 4 o'clock. I'm literally smoking a cigar. I don't count my calories. I don't count my proteins. I do whatever the fuck I want. And I still look amazing. Just benched 300 pounds for 5 reps the other day. Like, you know what I mean? I'm making progress without having to try in terms of my physique. So I can help people do that. I can help people perform better by getting their nutrition right, look better by working out and getting the right nutrition, all these things, right? So why would I not package that into a community to attract like-minded people like you watching this video into my life? Not only is that going to help me, but like most importantly, it's also going to help my viewers, my audience, my family, people who maybe were in my position 3 years ago where they were fat, lost, depressed, had no purpose in their life. Can help them find purpose. And eventually, once I'm able to teach people how to make money, it's game over. But do you understand what I mean? These are things that I'm passionate about. You have to look at the drawing board. You have to look at the chessboard and identify what you like, what you don't like, and package everything together to create something unique and beautiful of your own. And that's your business, bro. Or that's your passion project. That's your next job. Whatever it is for you, it doesn't matter. But I feel like too many people don't do that because they don't have the confidence to. They overthink. They're too distracted. And these things are really just doing nothing but hurting you long term. And that's just bullshit. Fuck that. In the Bible, the first thing God did was create. And that makes me think that we are all creators, because I know we're creators. So you're not meant to just consume content all day. You're not just meant to consume food all day. You're not meant to consume negative thoughts all day. You're meant to create amazing things and create amazing thoughts for other people and help them overcome their overthinking habit. Help them overcome their lack of confidence. Help them overcome maybe analysis paralysis when it comes to building something of their own. Building something of substance. Building of something that truly matters in this world. In all reality, if everyone was on this exact wave, if everyone was actually executing on this, right? And I know it's hard, don't get me wrong. But if everyone was doing these things in their life, we would not have any crime. We wouldn't have corruption. We wouldn't have any of the bullshit, like importing the third world into our beautiful country. But everyone would truly be aligned with what they believe their God-given purpose is. And because of that, the overall vibrational frequency of the entire earth would rise. You know what I mean? You're only as strong as your weakest link. And if you think about it, on the planet of Earth, there's a lot of weak links. If you're watching a video like this, you're obviously a strong link. But again, if you're not acting on these things, then you're really just holding us back. Everyone back. Not only yourself. Every action or every cause has an effect. And if there's a bunch of people doing negative shit and a bunch of people doing positive shit, well, you know, I guess there is no light without dark, as Andrew Tate says, but that's still a problem. I'm not looking to create a utopia, but what I am looking for is to outweigh the bad by such an illogical amount that, like, the bad has no other option but to turn to good. Imagine the kind of planet that we live on if that happens. There's a lot of evil, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to win. Because in the end, we do win. But you just got to lock in, bro.